Our next award is the Spirit of the Summit Award. Tonight, we're recognizing so many incredible individuals for their philanthropy, for taking their passion and doing something about it. Each story feels like it could be wrapped up neatly with a bow, but we all know that once you catch that philanthropy bug, you don't stop at one good deed. You keep going. That's why our Spirit of the Summit awardees are so hard to capture in the short time we have tonight. The lives of Bob and Nancy Follett have touched so many of us in this room. If you've ever known anyone who needed a warm meal, sent a kid to camp, received medical care, or
Hi,
helped
I'm
a
Dave
student go to
DePeters with
college,
the National Repertory
chances are the
Orchestra.
Folletts
Hi,
had
my
a
name is
hand
Ellen Reed,
or a
and
heart
I'm the
in
Executive
making it
Director at the
possible.
Summit Foundation.
What we
I'm
honor
Stephanie
tonight
Bessie from
isn't
the
just their
CNC
generosity
Foundation.
in
Hi, I'm
giving
Deborah
dollars, but their
Hagan. I
generosity
am
in
so
giving
excited
themselves,
and
their
pleased to be
knowledge,
able to be
their
part of the
vision, and their
nomination
hearts.
process
Here's a
for
little bit
Bob
more
and
about the
Nancy
Folletts.
Follett to be awarded the Spirit of the Summit.
They gave not only their time, talent, and treasure, but they gave themselves. They put themselves inside each organization, and they made those organizations better because of it.
I was able to get to know Bob for the last couple years, and we developed a very good habit of gelato sharing. So I will miss those days very much of getting to be able to bring him his favorite dulce de leche gelato and spending quality time and getting to know Bob, as well as all of the love he had for his wife, Nancy.
The last time I got to talk with Bob, I asked him what brought him to Summit County. And he said, you know, it was a vacation, and it was the greatest mistake he ever made. And I was curious about that. He went on to share that when he came to Summit County, he realized that this was a very special community, and he wanted to be here and contribute. He and Nancy then made it their home. Their reach is broad, their reach is deep. They always wanted to say yes to everything they could to help this community. And I'm so grateful to have had that time with Bob and Nancy. We are grateful in this community.
I'm grateful for their time and all they did for the NRO and for making Summit County a better place to work, play, and live.
One of the reasons why we selected the Elks Lodge is because it had a fabulous working kitchen. However, it wasn't equipped to serve the number of meals that we were serving. We needed to expand the capability of the Elks Lodge, and they were so generous in making that happen.
I'm standing in front of one of the two rooms that Nancy and Bob Follett supported through different capital campaigns here at CMC in Breckenridge. They also have an endowment scholarship that will be able to support an annual student for years to come.
Now, in my role at the Summit Foundation, I really understand the breadth of Bob and Nancy's giving, their philanthropy, not just in their treasure, but also in their time and talent. And knowing how deeply they cared about this community, they were really critical in making it as special as it is today.
They gave not only their time, talent, and treasure, but they gave leadership, they gave guidance. They gave so much to Summit County and the organizations that make it a great place to live, work, and play.
I think one of the important values that the Summit Foundation communicates in awarding Spirit of the Summit is recognizing the outstanding and amazing philanthropic work of our citizens and encouraging others to follow in the footsteps of Bob and Nancy Follett. There is enough, there is enough, there is enough. And if we all dig into our pockets, we can make sure that the community dinner and other philanthropic efforts like that continue far into the future.
Accepting the award, please welcome Kathy Bussman to the stage.
Wow. First, I want to thank all of you. My parents had the best retirement here in Summit County that we could have ever dreamed of, and it's because of the stories I've heard here tonight and the people who live here, so my first thought is thank you. I'm the oldest daughter. Everyone else is scattered around the country, but I'm here with my husband to accept this Soul of the Summit Award. When my parents moved to Keystone, Colorado 30 years ago, my dad's plan was to ski and hike until he died. They were both retired by then. Dad was the chairman of the Follet Corporation, and my mother was 2 terms elected township supervisor in Oak Park, Illinois, but she also managed as a volunteer the Follet Educational Foundation for 20 years that supported the students of the employees of the family business to go to college. Together, when they came here, they brought energy, experience, generosity, and they came to Summit County to retire, but then they decided they needed to do more. Mom and Dad were hands-on philanthropists. They rolled up their sleeves and they got involved. Dad wanted to see financial details and understand the mission of the organizations they supported. Mom wanted to know the people and how they delivered the services to the community. The folks showed how philanthropy was more than writing a big check. They were good role models for the people around them. Years ago at Thanksgiving, their grandchildren, now in their 40s, would get a letter from Dad. He asked them to write back and tell him about a charity they wanted to support and why. Then he would donate $100 in their name. Later on, he would match their donations to chosen charities, and they all still are donating as far as I know. Bob and Nancy believe that philanthropy involves a big heart, finding ways to support things that you are passionate about, to guide and advise the nonprofits in your community to make them even better and stronger in their mission. It is lovely to have my parents recognized for the many ways they made Summit County their home and a little bit better once they were gone. So thank you all for everything you do to continue on that same path.